Can you speak on the importance of listening to the community?
Yeah, I think that one of the historical lessons, perhaps, that we have learned from lots of well-intentioned but sometimes less effective or even failed attempts at improving health equity, addressing health disparities, um, has been when we, coming from oftentimes academic institutions, for instance, um, have an idea of how we can help. We have an idea of what a group of people that we want to help, we have an idea of what we think they need. And oftentimes that may not be exactly true, that what we think people need or what we think people want may not necessarily be congruent with what they in actuality want. And so, in an effort to maximize the likelihood of success, it's extremely important to listen, of course, to the people that will be affected by this work, and really more than listen, to really build and try to co-create with them solutions that will be sustainable. Um, Nobody knows better than what will help them than the people who are directly affected. And so attempting to forge solutions in the absence of their input, we have learned in the past when we've tried that, ultimately doesn't work.
We can talk about where you spoke on the importance of listening to the community because I
Sure.
think, you know, at what levels of listening to the community is our
Yeah.
organization, committing to and engaging with?
Yeah. Well, I would tell you that certainly it is important, certainly at all levels. You know, certainly I can tell you that as a practicing, physician, obviously, listening to your patients is extremely important. As it turns out, they will often tell you what's wrong with them if you actually listen to what they have to say. If you listen to what is important to them, then you figure out how best to help them. And how to best help them may not be what you originally thought was going to be the best solution for them once you figure out what their priorities are and what their goals are. So similarly, that's on an individual level, but the same can be said for addressing a specific community on the whole. Listening to the leaders of those communities that represent their constituents. Again, you may end up at a different place than where you thought you were starting. Then you will find out that what you thought you understood or believed, may or may not be true, or may not be important to the groups that you're interacting with. So no question that listening at all levels is extremely important, but it does go for individuals, it goes for stakeholders, it goes for community leaders, all the way up.